Hollow Knight is such a majestic game. It's hype Metrovania fun, all across the Insect Kingdom painted in grimdark goodness. The diverse selection of character designs adds a lot of depth to the game's ecology. But most of all, the habitats won't be as immaculate as it is without the sheer presence of extra thick! There are so many big boys and girls in Hollow Knight, and the idea that not enough plushies are made for them makes me want to squeeze this game because it's about as close as I'll ever get to encapsulating these large masses of chunk. So it's only fair that I give these gluttonous giants the attention they deserve, and list 10 of the highest quality volumes from this game. Let's count down the top 10 absolute units in Hollow Knight. The Boofly is one of the girthiest fellows you'll ever meet in the game. You gotta wonder how those frail wings are supporting that much mass, let alone keeping it afloat that often. Regardless, you can tell how much carbs are packed in this one unit with the amount of space it occupies in the Kingdom's Edge, and the fact that they take quite the beating before exploding their juices off. They're only this low, however, because compared to other units, they don't utilize their mass nearly as much. Nothing's wrong with a little bit of passiveness though. Sometimes you just get to see the unit to believe it. One of the first tried and true units you encounter in the game, the Husk guard makes a hell of a grand first impression. Immediately as you meet him, he lunges at you with his massive nail, dealing a ton of damage for early game. But the best part? They use their atomic weight to create shockwaves and send you flying. You definitely gonna wanna clutch the high ground on this one. Sure, taking him out can be annoying because of how much bulk he asserts, but at least he's not hiding behind a shield like some coward who doesn't put his immensity to good use. Fuck you, Great Husk Sentry! Stop hiding and fight like a man! Bug. Thing. You gotta give the Soul Master props. For a sorcerer, he's got a lot of gut to gloat. Sure, he does throw around electric balls everywhere and instantly transmits himself like the annoying dickhead that he is, but at least he doesn't waste his booty on nothing. He's powerful enough to smash into the floor and create multiple shockwaves in a sequence. And more so, he can do all of this without breaking the glass underneath his battle arena. Segata Sanshiro will be proud. Yeah, he breaks it at the end anyway, but the fact that he has this much control over his girth proves that he professionally deserves his master rank.
And thus, we welcome the Grim Troop's malignant dancers of the dark, the Grim Kin Nightmare. With their immaculate size, they attain a far greater endurance than their colleagues. Beheld in their arsenal are some of the troops' most devastating flames of fright, and unrelenting speed tearing through even the most copious of defenses. One would think twice before engaging the troops' best. Hence, their ritual is only serviced for the most advanced. With such marvels of units running the show, it is inevitable that the Nightmare Heart will attain its undying flame. A true unit of the ages.
What are you doing here?
Reserving your starring role. You're welcome.
Fair. Say whatever you want about the nail arts. Even if not all of them have the most conventional uses, there's no denying that the masters of these arts are the units of their time. Enter the Nail Masters, veterans of the nail-brawling craft trained under the wise and cunning mentor, that full-time shopkeeper who keeps running out of stuff to sell. They pass down their skills and techniques to hopeful knights, and do so with mad respect. But they truly exert their dominance in the Pantheon gauntlets. Nail Masters Oro and Mato join forces as they challenge you with a combo between two massive skull cutters. And Paint Master Sheo puts your color-coding reflexes to the test with his fearsome and deadly paintbrush. It's a good thing you only fight a maximum of 2 of them at once. I don't think the world could balance the magnitude that all 3 of these units could be shoving in at the same time.
Yes,
Why do I even ponder? Hollow Knight pulled off something that Mega Man X could only dream of doing, making a dung beetle awesome. The Poop Protector may be a flippant fellow, but his wrath is nothing to shrug at. On top of having a literal perfect circle for a body, the Feces Frontier propels a lot of strength to mass-produce projectiles of dung across the arena and bounce alongside them in an attempt to crush you under his delectable dimensions. Only a unit like the Waste Wall Master could swim through that much stench and actually have fun with it. You just can't hate a boss when they love their job this much. As long as you keep a certain distance as you attack, The battles with our rancid Reginald can easily be a highlight of the game's boss fights. Not one of the more conventional units on this list, but Cloth stands out as an absolute in her own special way. At first, Cloth was introduced as a surprisingly friendly vigilante, who ventures through the thicks and thins of Hallownest as you do. She often shows signs of a lack of courage and confidence, but through witnessing your fortitude and unwavering bravery, she marches on to engage the tribe of Mantis traders located in the Queen's Gardens. It's then when we finally get to see Cloth assert her exuberancy, being powerful enough to pummel through the traitor hordes until finally going up face to face with a fellow unit, the Traitor Lord. Even in the face of such luxuriant being, it doesn't hold Cloth back from powering through. At the cost of her own life, she managed to smack the husband-eating unit and take her 6 inches down under together. Hallownest is usually devoid of sane, virtuous individuals, so you really gotta value it when one stands out among many as a true hero to the very end. And that is our girl Cloth, a true unit we will always respect. The Hive of the Kingdom's Edge is home to beasts of all shapes and sizes. We have Hivelings who stand firm to their posts despite their puny size. There's the Hive Soldiers who will stalk you until you start seeing them in your nightmares. And of course...
Oh, what a unit!
The Hive Guardian is one of Hallownest's thickest, meatiest, and most succulent beings. His riotous mask can not only flatten your masts, but even slam through the walls and platforms of his own nest. It's speculated by the hunter if the Guardians feel shame of this act, but who needs the boomer's approval? There is nothing to be sorry about asserting your dominance as the Hive's big bad bowling ball of truly a formidable unit worthy of the Hive's best, even when compared to the annoying Hive Knight. That guy may call himself the boss of the nest, but Hive Guardian owns him, for he is a unit beyond unit. Oblobbles are the ultimate chunk. One of them is already loaded enough for a single arena, but the fact that they always come in pairs really shows how determined they are to consume the world under their conglomeration. Oblobbles carry enough juice in their body to shoot a series of acids from their suction guns, covering whole arenas with their double-team mass molecules. You best watch out if you ever think of ripping an Oblobble off of their mate, because you done encourage their wrath, son. One Oblobble with extended defense and risen agility is something no lower life form should underestimate. Only true higher beings like the Concretion couple could utilize that much mass at its top potential. It will take something truly legendary to surpass the dominance of this duo. And to think that such a thing actually does exist. Beneath the lake at the farthest reach of Green Path lies a unit unlike any other, the legendary Un. A Brobdingnagian slugworm regarded as the higher being of Green Path. She is responsible for the birth of the forests and greens that cover such an area. Though she doesn't actively partake in the occurrences of the outside world, her presence remains intact, as she essentially brought life to creatures such as the Durandas, Durandus, and the Moskian as a whole, all of which are creatures prominent for their massive stature and curvaceous figures. That, on its own, puts Un in a special place compared to other higher beings. Entities like Pale King, Bardoon, and the Radiants may be prominent units of their own, but Un brings life to entire legions of absolute units unlike anything the former three are capable of. And that marks Un as not only the mother of all units, but also the one truly absolute unit in all of Hallownest. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoy sitting through this stupid countdown I made just because it's about the best content I can come up with for Hollow Knight. If you enjoy whatever this is, you can subscribe and follow me for more of this stuff. Take care, y'all.